Alright guys, this is probably going to be the last update of the year, being that Christmas is now, well, Christmas Eve is tomorrow. So I'm out here in the hangar. I actually spent the last 2 hours cleaning up after my mess. You know how it is when you're go. Tools are flying everywhere and you just kind of like stop at the end of the day. It gets messy real quick. So this morning I spent a couple hours and just cleaned up shop and reorganized, so when I do come back here after Christmas, I can jump right back into it and not waste any time trying to find tools or whatnot. But let me give you up to speed on what I've got done so far. Alright, so as you can see, I've got 2 sets of wings on the floor right now temporarily, while I cleaned off the table and made some space to put the bending brake back on the table. I made that Dave's brake years ago. It's been on the floor just collecting dust. Well, it's time to put that back into service. There's a few parts that I don't know if I skipped out on, but I just forgot about that I need to fabricate. So next week we'll be bending those up real quick. But all the ribs you see behind me here are in fact riveted in place. They're done. So really happy about that. My plan for next week is hopefully to get the bottom skin in place. I'm not sure if I can rivet it in place or at least have it in Clecos, but on both wings to have the bottom skin in place. Then you can start doing all kinds of other things inside the wings there, but that's the goal for next week. We've done a lot of part manufacturing, if you will. This is a scratch-built wings, and I had to make the flaperon brackets. There's 4 per side, so 8 total. I was gonna do that on like a router and have it, really nice finish and all, but there's only 8 total. So by the time you make a cutting block and all that stuff, I was like, let me just cut it out on the bandsaw. So that's what we did on that. But it was very rewarding. It still looks like a machined part, sand the edges and so forth. But yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, the shop is all cleaned up. Got all the aluminum glitter swept up from all the work we did this past week. And I'm unpacking, about ready to unpack all of my rolls of aluminum that I bought from Aircraft Spruce years ago, which is my top skin. So in doing so, I found a box that's been sitting in my hangar for a while now, and I got this from Zenith. Thank you, Sebastian, a couple years back. It's a 4x8 Zenith sign. So I'm gonna get some rattle can paint and do the true colors of some red and blue there, and that shouldn't take but an hour or so, and I'll pop that up on the hangar wall. But so a short little project there. And the brake, Dave's brake, as I just mentioned, is going back in service. So if you guys have never heard about that, just do a Google search for Dave's brake, and that is it right there. It's, I don't know in today's dollars, back in the day it used to be about $100 to build. When I built it, I think I spent about $250 between the material, hardware, and paint, and I've done a lot with it. I believe guys have made entire aircraft. I think there is a Zenith at a Sonex built on this Dave's brake, so you can kind of choose whatever size that you want. I believe mine is 8 feet, so there's a lot of potential there, but it's a good tool to have, and you can unbolt it and take it off of your table and store it for a later use. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I've still got a few last minute Merry Christmas shopping to do, and I'll knock that out today. And then, it's time to spend time with the family. The girls are wanting to make cookies. In fact, they've already started making cookies with Grammy and Mom back at the house. So I need to go tackle some of that stuff. But Merry Christmas to everybody. Thanks for making this year another great year in aviation. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the interviews, fly-ins, and all the events I've been blessed to be able to go to, and looking forward to do it again next year. So my goal for this year, you guys are hopefully making goals for yourselves as well, is to get this airplane flying, right? No more excuses. Let's get this thing going. I need to be moving from the builder designation to the flyer designation, and join the flying club. So I know that many of you are right there with me, getting nearly done, or at the 90% done, 90% to go, but here's the time to really kick it into high gear. I do this 31-day build challenge the last 5 years really to help encourage you all to get going, but this year it has really encouraged me. I'm not sure what's different about it, but coming out here and spending some days back to back making some parts really put the fire back in me to get I'm not sure where I'm going to pull the time. You know, you can't sew time to the day. I wish we could, but I'm going to have to trade sleep for a time out here or something, because it has to get done. But very quickly, as we finish up the wings, that'll be pretty much nearing the completion of metalwork and the fun stuff like engine mounting and avionics and paint and interior, all that stuff. So anyway, Merry Christmas, and I'll check with you guys in the new year.
Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh. I'm making plans of what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you, 'cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk, we can follow the moonlight to each place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away.
We are partnering with great companies like Dynon Avionics at Dynon.com, AirTech Coatings at AirTechCoatings.com, Warp Drive Propellers at WarpDriveInc.com, South Mississippi Light Aircraft at FlySMLA.com, Pioneer Control Grips at PioneerControlGrips.com, Edge Performance at EdgePerformance.no. Take a moment to go visit their websites at the links found below in the description of this video. And visit our website at ExperimentalAircraftChannel.com for events, our video library arranged in easy-to-find playlists on specific topics, and so much more.